Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. Welcome back to another week of art and crafts and stuff. It is Monday, August 24th, and it is time for another edition of Art Throwdown. And there's my co-host, Russell. Hey, Moonlight Clover. Good evening. All right.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Happy Monday to you.
Happy Monday. What a day it's been. Oh my
It's been
gosh.
wild.
Yeah.
Ah,
So your friend Moonlight Clover is here. Welcome. Nick is here. Heidi is here. Carrie is here.
hey guys.
Hello. Welcome.
Hello. Well,
So what you working on today?
this is a continuation of the continuation. So I know the other night on Friday I did some of these jelly rolled papers. So I actually took it upon myself to go look around for some matching paper that I could use to line these envelopes. So I cut these
I
to
like that
size.
one.
Yeah. I love how this one came out. And do you remember this?
I do.
So I started. So this is funny. I started looking through the box of stuff that you sent me, and it's also intermingled with stuff that Ashley has sent as well as Pocono Pam. So I started going through the box, and I'm like, oh my God, there's a lot of good stuff in here, and I had to convince myself that it was okay to use it because if you guys gave it to me, it's special. It is a box of very special paper things. So I
It
had to like
is.
give myself permission to start using some of it.
No, they are special items, but they're special items chosen just for you to use at your will and your desire. So please use them in all good faith. You're not going to hurt any of. I can't speak for the others, but I think I can. You're not going to hurt our feelings by using them because we wanted you to have them to use.
Right.
So
No,
yeah,
it's just like the papers are so perfect as they are in the
yeah,
box, and I pull them out. I'm like, oh, this is so pretty. I don't dare cut it up. It's so pretty. So,
yeah.
um, it took
No,
some convincing myself
yeah,
to
no, I've been there,
do
so I know
that.
exactly where you're coming from.
I'm
So,
like, but it's so
n-
perfect as it is. How dare I cut
yeah.
it up?
Yeah. No, Nan and Jim have both joined. Welcome.
Hello, folks.
So, if you followed my feed today, today was your day on my feed as well as Nan. So, I wanted to say thank you for all of the
You got the
love.
goodies. Yeah.
I did, and I got
Excellent.
my stickers. I'm still deciding exactly where to put them. Yeah. The only I will say though, I'll go on record say the only thing I didn't appreciate was Pepito and his hissing. But
Ah,
other than that, yes.
it's funny too because my mom bought a bag of rubber stamps from an estate sale or something, and she's like, "Here, you can have these. Do you want them?" I said, "Sure." So I started looking through them, and there was the mouse, and I'm like, "That kind of looks like Pepito." So it just kind of worked out, you know.
It did.
Funny how
I
things
also
work
got
out.
the one that you put the whitey tidies on, which made me laugh out loud.
Whitey
I mean,
tighties.
yeah, I was at the theater when I saw that, and they're like, "What's that fool doing down at the end of the hallway laughing?" And so yeah, so I
Oh
wanted
man,
to, yeah,
that
I
that
did want
was
to
the
tell you,
most like the most worth it 7.95 I have ever spent in my
yeah,
life. Because you're not the first person to crack up
yeah,
from the tidy whities
yeah. So,
or whitey
and I,
tidies as you called them.
yeah, but anyway, but yeah, no,
Did
I've
anybody
had a,
else raise your hand? Did anybody else catch Russ saying whitey tidies?
well, that's what we call them,
You call
whitey
them
tidies.
whitey tidies?
Yeah,
No, no, it's tidy whiteys.
we call them whitey tidies in the
No
Navy.
way.
Yeah,
Okay.
like
Wow. Anyway, so actually, let me show you some other stuff. Nan says I have to share that one. Carrie's raising her hand.
I didn't share it was because it would have posted the address or your something or another. So yeah,
Yeah,
because I think you
you don't
put my
want to put my
address.
address
Yeah,
out there.
yeah,
So she's
but yeah,
not on, but Pam also. All right, so here's another thing that I made the other night. Pam sent me this cool bag in her box of goodies, and it was a Lush Cosmetics bag, and it's so pretty. And I'm like, I know she sent this to me to repurpose. So this is going to become the liner for this envelope. So we've got that. And then the other half of the Lush bag, I've got this print here, and this is going into to be the liner for that. So I've got that. And then finally, I cannot remember if you or Pam sent this one to me for the liner, but I'm like, that's kind of cool looking. So I'm going to, this was actually, oh, you can see it says Valentine's. This was from a set of
Yeah.
Valentines from one of my kids. And I used this as my scrap sheet to get the ink off my brayer. But look at the texture. I kind of like this.
Yeah.
So
No, it's
it's
great.
going to become an envelope, and that's going to be my liner. Got an orange liner.
I
So
think that's Pam.
I think so. I'm like, I think this came from Pam's stack of
Yeah,
goodies. So
I think
Pam, if
so.
you're out there, thank
Because
you.
I would probably would have kept it because it was orange. So I mean, I love you, but
Ah, yeah,
I probably
yeah.
would have kept it. Yeah,
Okay. So it was
yeah,
Pam. Pam, thank you.
yeah.
And thank you, Russ, for the cool map.
You're
So
welcome. You're
now I'm
welcome.
gonna work on my envelopes tonight. So
So, just to let all of our followers know that we are up to date on the YouTube channel. So the two videos that I had when Allison wasn't feeling up to snuff have been posted. So my two were the postage stamp sorting was Monday night, and then Tuesday night was the Japan travel journal. So if you missed either of those, you may now catch those on the YouTube channel.
excellent. Yep. So we are up to date. We've got the jelly
Yeah,
rolling incident that happened on Friday,
yeah.
so that's up there too. And yeah.
So I am actually going to be working on a project in silence while, or I guess, um, you can't see me, whatever that is, whatever that word is. But yeah,
We
in
won't
secret.
we
That's the
won't
word.
be able
Right.
to see you,
No,
or
no, I'm going to be working on a project
so you're
that you
just gonna
won't
be
be able
like,
to see.
okay, so we
Right,
can't see the project, but we can
right,
hear you.
right,
But you're gonna be
exactly. So
wait. But you'll be working in silence, so we won't be able to hear
no,
you.
in secret is what I meant to
The
say. I'll
project
be working
itself
in
is
secret.
incognito. It's secret.
Right,
Okay.
because you won't be able to see what I'm doing, is what I'm saying. So,
Okay.
but
Okay.
yeah, I'm going to be working
In
on something,
shadows.
is what
Okay.
yeah. So, but what I am going to be doing is I have bought myself two new punches for my birthday. So this is the first one. This is a little tag punch,
Wait,
but this is
hold
a
it
three
up.
and
Wow.
this is a 3-in-1. So you can. The reason why I got it is because you can make three different size tags on the same machine. So
That's
I
handy.
thought this. Yeah, I thought that was for that exact reason.
How do you?
And the,
There's three different ones though. Do you choose? Like, do you? Is there a you? Do you set
there
it to a
is,
setting?
you see, you cut it to the width that you want. I
Uh huh.
mean, to the length that you want, and then you put it in each of these different slots depending on how wide you want.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, so if you want a 2.5-inch one, then you use this outer marking. If you want a 2-inch one, the middle one. If you want a 1.5 inch, that one.
Cool.
Yeah. And so I've got that punch, and I've been coveting this punch for a long, long time. And we had it at Paper Source, and it was still a little too expensive, even. And my discount was never just fell at the right time when they had the product and everything. So I finally bought this punch, another punch board, believe it or not, from We Are Memory Keepers. But it has
Yeah.
a little bunch of alphabet punches
Oh
so that
my
you can
God. I
punch
almost
little.
bought that.
Yeah, I will
Yeah.
let you know. I'll do my review and let you know. But yeah, so I think you can do like up to 10 letters,
Mm-hmm.
uh, or letters and spaces. So it's limited in size, but for junk journaling and for art journaling, if you have just like a little sentiment or a haiku or something, you can type it. So that's what I'm going to be playing with as well. So I'm going to be testing this out
That's
to see.
awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
I got a
So
little bit of
that's what.
FOMO. I won't lie. I'm like, oh man, I should have bought that. But I'm gonna live vicariously through your punching. So see if
So
I should buy it.
it was less expensive at Amazon than it was at Paper Source, but if my discounts would have been applicable, I should have gotten it at Paper Source, but I don't know what that's going on. So Carrie, in answer to your question, officially I am still on a hiatus from. It's not hiatus, whatever the word is. Um,
Furlough?
Furlough. Thank you. Yes, I'm still on furlough from Paper Source. Some of the paper sources are opening. They're opening under different types of management, and what they're doing is a lot of the stores are only to open up to one person running the entire store.
Like
Yeah,
one employee doing
one
everything?
doing everything. So it's like on appointment,
What?
or take the and our own Jennifer is doing that. So she's running the store at her store. So
So
um,
you're basically you're in charge of the point of sale, you're in charge of inventory, restocking,
Well, I
right?
don't know about that. That's interesting. I haven't had a chance to talk to Jennifer about it, but
I'd be
there's only one person
curious
on
to know.
on the sales
Yeah.
floor, and I do know that she's in charge of the register and balancing the register at the end of the day. Uh,
Ah,
but So there aren't hordes of salespeople walking around, helping
right.
people. So so I'm still on furlough from Paper Source, so I'm officially still with them.
Uh-huh.
They did offer me one of those positions, but the only hours that they were available to open were hours that I was already at the theater. So I had to
Got it.
turn down because Paper Source was a second job. My primary job was at the theater. Um, and since I'm working days, I'm not available when when they are open because they're not open night hours. So
I
but I'm
see.
hoping to be back for the holiday season so I can wrap presents for 8 hours a day or,
Yay, and
yeah,
discount, employee discount.
yeah, yeah. So,
Can't beat it.
yeah. So that's an answer to your question. Thank you, Carrie.
And Heidi loves that letter punch that you just showed. So I think are you allowed to point the camera down and show us the punching of the letter
I'm
punch?
still not supposed to demo. So
Okay, so
that's
we'll be
what,
there
yeah,
in spirit with
right,
this.
right. I'll show you the end result, maybe. Maybe I can share that rather than
Just
demo the
emote
actual.
a lot
Yeah,
as you're doing
yeah.
the punching, so we can see how
So
cool
is
it
anybody
kind of
taking the
is.
Phil challenge today? I wonder.
I don't know.
I
I'm
haven't
not even
heard,
sure
right? I
if
haven't
he's
heard.
on.
He's not on, but
Well, he's no here.
he know here.
He's no here. Okay.
I'm sending out all my love to all our California peeps because of the wildfires and things that are going on. So
Yes.
please stay safe, and I hope that you can actually even breathe. Ashley's here. Welcome,
Don't
Ashley. I
try to
think,
put it out yourselves, guys.
yeah,
No, seriously. Seriously, be
yeah,
safe.
no, yeah.
Be
Be safe,
safe.
please. And Ashley, I think maybe back from her weekend trip.
There she is.
Yeah,
Actually,
she is
she
here.
just joined. Hey, Ashley.
Yeah. So let us know if you're still in Kansas City, Mo. Uh,
Yeah. Are you still in the Mo?
but let us know, and I will actually even be caught. Yes, she's back home from Missouri. She says
Oh, well, that's good.
so.
Hope you had a good trip.
Um, um, I forgot what I was going to say.
Must have been
Uh,
a lie.
Lisa's here. Welcome, Lisa. I forgot. Just went right over my head. I hear you punching too.
Oh, yeah. I got some. You know what? I'm just going to point down so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Nan says that the air was actually better today, but last week the news said that her town had the worst air quality in the world that day. Oh, my God. Be safe.
Ashley says it's a good trip. Thanks. Picked up a few postcards.
That's always a good, yeah,
That's
sign
always
of a
a
good
good
trip.
thing, as Martha Stewart would say.
Sign of a good trip.
So I am using my Fiskars cutter because one of the beautiful things about this Fiskars cutter is that you can cut less than an inch. Because a lot of the other colors, um, you can't. Like for example, like on my rotary cutter. See, on my rotary cutter, you can't line up anything less than like 1.5, maybe.
So you're not able to get to those skinny little details.
Exactly,
Uh-huh.
exactly. And the thing about this particular one as well is it doesn't have any center alignment lines
Right.
like the Fiskars does. So you have to do full sheets to be able to square up your paper. So that's why I'm not using this one. That's why I am using this one, because as you can see, you can cut less than an inch, but it has all these grid marks that you can align your paper down the entire page. So I am going to first start off with 2.5 inches. And these are my offcuts. So I keep, as you do, all scraps of paper, as all of our knitters do with all of their, yarn. So these are all my offcuts that I had to take a 12 by 12, because that's the size sheet that I buy paper, cardstock normally. And then I had to cut it down for a project. So I keep all of these pieces so that I can work on projects like this. And actually, a lot of these pieces I will send to people who are doing ephemera hoards, so to speak. So I have cut my paper down to 2.5 inches. Question, answer, maybe.
When people say the word ephemera, like I see a lot of swappers doing like, please send me paper ephemera. I'm like, what in the heck are they asking for exactly?
Anything paper. So any paper products for, like, say, example, magazine pages, maps,
Okay.
anything paper related that they can use for a different project.
Does it always assume that it is vintage, or could it be,
It
well,
could be
anything?
any. No, I think especially on SwapBot, if they want vintage, they will ask for
They'll
vintage.
call out like, send me
Right.
your vintage ephemera.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Or they'll do, I want school book ephemera, or I want, sports ephemera. I think they
Yep.
would classify what it is that they actually wanted.
It's good to know.
And it's a good way to build up your things to use.
And that's true. Like
Yeah,
sometimes I get tired of using the same old books of scrapbook
right,
paper, and so you get a little something different, and it kind of
right.
changes up your game plan.
Nick says tickets, maps, ads, anything, etc.
Anything paper. Okay.
Anything paper. Okay, see, so I've made my first mistake. I did a square. Actually says ephemera, ticket stubs, postcards, greeting cards, book pages, magazine pages, cantaloupe stickers, anything.
Cool.
See, I did a square thinking, I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. So tags are supposed to be longer than they are
I
widthwise.
feel like you could be
So,
onto something though. Maybe that's a new style of tag that nobody has used
but this would
before.
make a great, like, gift tag for
Yes,
the
it would.
holidays. As opposed to
And
a.
it's wide enough you could maybe squeeze some sentiment on there.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I used to screen print with my, or GoCo print to be more exact, since everyone knows what that is now. A holiday tags, and they would sell so well. And so I would do. I was one of the few people who actually had um, Hanukkah tags. See, so this is what it's going to look like, and you could actually turn that into a bookmark if you wanted. Keep it long.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then, or you can then just, now that you have this, you can decide on what length you want. Carrie says, "What is a cantaloupe sticker?" A cantaloupe sticker, from my understanding, is just those little, like, fruit stickers, like on
Yep.
Chiquita bananas, a
Or
little
on an
stick,
orange. Like you
or
just,
on an
yeah,
orange.
you
Yeah,
just peel off the sticker.
yeah,
It literally is. Yeah, it's usually this. It's a produce sticker that shows like orange is
country of
code three
or
five zero one or whatever it
or
is.
country of origin as well. Like, you can get some of your bananas from Peru or whatever the case may be.
Yep.
You know, or like the Chiquita banana, logo stickers. Um, so the question is, how this is 2.5 inches wide. What length do you think it should be?
3.
3 inches?
Yeah. Russ is
See, I
like,
should have actually,
nah.
I should have actually cut that length first. So that's the trick of the trade as well.
I just threw out an arbitrary number. I don't know.
No, well, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what 3 looks like.
Like, well, here's what you get.
Yeah, 3 I think is a little short, but so that's 3 inches. So this time I'm going to cut it. You know what? I'm going to do 2 to 1 dimension. So let's see what happens if I make it 5 inches in length. And I think probably it's going to be 4 is going to be our optimal length. Jennifer's here. Hello, Jennifer.
Hey, Jennifer.
So that is the 5-inch. So I think I think right in the middle. I think 4 inches would probably be the best. So let's do one of those. And of course, I don't have any more lemon yellow, but I have sunflower yellow.
I like that. That's like I call it Simpsons yellow, but I guess, yeah, I guess you
It's a
could.
little more golden than Simpsons, don't you think?
From here on camera, it looks like Simpsons yellow, but it
Okay.
could very well be
Yeah. I think it's a
more
little, yeah.
golden.
Do you remember those you were in office wear, so do you remember those that goldenrod color of paper that we used to use in the day?
Yes.
Yes,
Yep.
that's the color it reminds me of.
Cool. I like that.
Let's see. I missed something. Oh, yeah. Jennifer goes, "Are you talking about fruit stickers?"
Fruit stickers. Yes, we are
Yeah,
actually.
yes we are.
We are talking about fruit stickers.
And Jim says, "That's the first one you learned, Carrie." I don't. Oh, got it. That the produce code for cantaloupe is 4011. Jim
That's
says
a
that's the first.
universal. Isn't that a GPC, like a universal product code or something?
Oh, that I think that's what Jim is saying. I think that's the first one you learn is cantaloupe.
Ah, good old cantaloupe.
So Jim, are those universal? Are those codes universal to all stores? I'd be interested to know.
I think they
I don't know. I'm
are.
asking. Yeah.
I
Oh,
believe they
four
are.
4011 is banana.
Banana.
Too bad Bradley's not here. We could do the fee fi fanana.
Oh my God. You know, I had that Bumblebee song in my head for too long, way too long, like an unreasonable amount of time.
Sorry, I keep on hitting my cord, but
I didn't even notice.
yeah, because you're so self-involved with your own project. You know that's the running joke, folks. That's what that is.
It is.
I don't want anyone to get offended, but and those were her own words, not mine.
I was like, I'm a
But
very
that's
self-absorbed paper crafter,
yeah.
so, you know. And I'm trying to retrofit something right now because it was too short to go onto my punch board, blah, 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 blah. I'm just kind of working on something here. I'm going to make
Carrie
it
says
fit.
she learned it working at a grocery store when she was 15, and that's the only one that stuck in her. That's the only one that stuck. Yeah. Okay, so this is the 2.5-inch square. This is the 3-inch. This is the 4-inch. I think that's the winner there. And then this is the 5-inch. So let me know which one you think is best.
I like the goldenrod one you have.
This one, the
there.
3-inch one. I think that's. No, this is the 4-inch. Yeah, I think that's the winner right there. I think that's the right proportions. Oh, Jennifer got her sticker mule stickers today.
Oh, cool. How did
with
those
your-
turn out? Let us know.
Jim says all U.S. stores use the same codes. Not sure about worldwide.
Yeah, I think they're like the GPC product codes. They're like They're universal, at
So
least in North
this is the
America.
consensus, the 4 inch. So the 2.5 by 4 inch is the consensus.
I think it's just we like the color of it too because it's goldenrod.
Okay, so
Goldenrod.
goldenrod.
Yep.
So now I'm going to do the 2 inch. And just a little trick of the trade, if you are using the same piece of paper, same use of cardstock and multiple lengths, which should you cut first? And the answer is
The prettier one?
the largest length, I mean the largest width first, because then you can cut it down from whatever you have left over.
I
Does
was
that
like, I'm
make
not even
sense?
sure. I wasn't listening. I'm not even sure what you're quizzing me on.
Yeah. So the idea is that if you have multiple cuts from a single piece of cardstock and multiple widths that you're working with,
Always go with
which
the
width
longest one first.
always go with the widest first, because then you can cut it down to get to the other dimensions. But
True.
once you cut a small one,
You
you can't make
basically
it any
painted yourself
larger.
into a corner if you
Right,
messed up.
exactly.
At that point.
Exactly.
I see.
So I start off with 2.5 inches, and now I'm working down to 2 inch width. And then the question is, on the 2 inch, what length should I make it? And we're going to start off with the 4 inch. Jennifer says, speaking of lemon yellow, the stickers are a picture of lemons.
Oh, cool. Oh, so these are Sticker Mule stickers that she had made.
Correct, using your discount.
Yay. Well, it wasn't my discount. It's the people's discount. But nonetheless, it's a discount.
But it's the discount
Cool.
you brought our attention to, so it will always be
Right on.
Allison's discount.
Right on.
So this is the 2 inch by 4 inch.
That looks like more of a standard tag size. That right there.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
That thing is a little long.
Chop it down to
know.
like 3.5 or 3.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
and
that's
show
what.
us.
Yeah.
Chop it down.
So we did the 2.5 was 4 inches, so that's 1.5 inch. So if we do the 2, maybe by the same logic, a 3.5 would be the appropriate dimension. See, I kind of like that. I know it's just a 1/2 inch, but
Yeah. No, that's 3.5.
yeah,
I like it.
yeah. See, and there's the daddy, and there's the mommy,
There you
and now I'm
go.
gonna do the baby.
All right. Damn.
Nick says she ordered her stickers and received them today too. So thanks for alerting us, Allison.
Oh, so multiple people made stickers. That is really cool.
That is cool.
I can't wait to see. I hope you guys are going to post pictures. I want to see your stickers. I want to see pictures.
See, and there's the baby one. Now, the other thing I want to ask your input on,
Yes.
I got to find it first, is do you like the pointed bottoms, or do you want me to, or should I round them?
Try and round it. I want to see what it looks like rounded. Now, does that punch come with its own rounding mechanism?
It does not. So I had to find my rounder, which is somewhere here. Oh, I see it. I see it. So I have a whole bunch of them. I've got the Mac Daddy one. That's the machine that you press down. You can do. But then I also have this thumb one. This is one I use more often because it's so easily readily available.
It
And
looks
so
pretty portable too.
it is very much so. And so on these smaller projects, it's just real easy to do. She's humming. She's
I
humming.
have that song, that bumblebee song.
Feed the birds.
No, it's
Tuppence a
that
bag. I know, but I'm
Bumblebee's
singing my own song.
lion song
So I fed the
from
pigeon. They're
Bradley
so mad.
Cooper.
Pam's here. Yay, Pam.
Hello.
Um, they're so mad at me at the theater because now I have the pigeons all at twice a day coming to get fed.
Are you
Yeah.
training them to
No,
eat?
I have all these leftover stale bagels that nobody wants to eat. So and there are not enough of them. At first we were donating them to the homeless
I was
shelter,
gonna
but
say,
the
could you give them to a human per
but
se?
the problem was that when we had a whole bunch of them, they were willing to accept them. Their guidelines is they cannot accept fewer than a dozen at a time because they don't have enough to go around, and they don't want people fighting over them.
Oh my God.
So, so since we only have one or two left over at the end of the day, I've just been putting them in the fridge,
So they
and
won't
then
accept it if it's below a dozen in quantity of
correct,
something.
correct. So I think the consensus is the rounded. See, these are the two different.
Rounded looks more dignified.
I like the round, especially with this top. This, you know.
And Pam says that she likes your spectacles.
Thanks. They're readers.
Oh, by the way, I have to show Pam something because she gave it to me. This orange paper came from the box of paper goodies and stamps that you sent me a while back. So I was just telling Russ I was just starting to use some of the stuff that you folks have sent me. I finally brought myself to
She
using.
finally allowed herself to
I
use
allowed
it.
myself to use it because I'm like, I feel bad like ripping it or cutting it or otherwise altering them in any way. I'm like, this feels wrong.
Yeah,
I shouldn't do
yeah.
it. But then
Pam says
I
she's
told myself it
glad
was
you are
okay.
using it. See, I told you she would say
I'm
that.
like, I've told myself, oh, and here's part of the Lush bag. I don't know if she remembers, but Pam sent me a Lush bag. It was very pretty, and it was all folded, so I went and cut it out today so I could use it. So that's actually going to become my envelope liner.
So now that
Yeah.
I am getting caught up on all my received correspondence, I'm going to start sending out things again. So I sent out a couple of birthday presents on Saturday, and then I'm going to start sending out
Oh, wow.
new postcards and things. So please expect those. I'm sorry I've been out of the loop of sending things. I've been just so overwhelmed with the things that I've been receiving. I just want to make sure I gave credit to everybody to do that. So now I'll get back on track to send out things. Are you back with us? You were pixelating there. At least I was pixelating. One of the two of us were pixelating.
No, I'm here. I thought I just
Okay.
heard a noise in my kitchen. I'm going to go check it out and make sure
Okay,
it's not
cool.
like a mouse or something freaky. I'll be right back.
Okay.
It's weird.
So for those of you who came late, this is what I was working on. This is a 3-in-1 tag punch from Sunlit. So that's what I'm working on. Okay, thank you, Carrie. There's a little glitch, so she sounded like Godzilla there for a bit, but I always think it's her, but then it's always me. So when I watch these repeats, so thank you for clarifying that. So that's what this is, and that's what I was working on. And so now I'm going to go to my other punch board and see what. And just to show you, these were the results. Pam, I hadn't either. And it's a series of different punches, and so they're very inexpensive. So I don't know how long they're going to last. They look somewhat sturdy. It looks like the typical metal die cut kind of frame on the underside. So I'm hoping that these will stay stay sharp. Jim says that she got 3 fabulous birthday wishes today from fellow ATD people. You people are awesome. Yes, you certainly are. And he will post later. Um,
Cool.
and Nick has been sharing as well some of her largesse that she's been receiving. So August birthdays have been well received and remunerated. So thank you. So these were the 3 sizes of tags. So I think these are kind of cool. And once again, I rounded the bottoms. I do like the rounded bottom a little bit better than
Very
the straight
classy.
bottom.
Very
Yeah.
classy. Yeah, I like that a lot.
So both Jim and Nick are birthday babies, and so their birthday is
Woohoo!
the 28th, and then mine is the 26th. For those of you who are asking, or me, I'm just putting it out
You're
there.
like, I'm just going to tell everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
They need to know
Exactly.
this.
I can't believe it's the last week of August already.
What the heck?
I know. It's just,
Yes. Yes.
it's 2020, the year that never was.
Yeah.
Seriously.
No, I feel that. I absolutely. I agree.
And I have to say, having to say goodbye to one of the nicest people, who's leaving. I don't know all the circumstances, but is leaving New York, she lives in Jersey, but that because of the COVID, and it's just such a shame. She's a dresser on Broadway. She dresses stars. So we call it a star dresser. So what they do is that stars of a show can request who they ask for the dresser, which is like a personal assistant almost. They dress them during the show, but they also do their fan mail and things like go and do errands, dress up their tidy up their dressing room and that kind of stuff. So Fran, we will miss you, but we can't wait until you come back to New York to do what you do. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
That is so
like,
cool.
Look at the
Now,
little peekaboo bag.
can you tell us? I am just
Yeah.
I can't get into this freaking box without tearing it up.
Okay.
Can you tell us how you got that design? So you put the ink on the jelly plate.
So here's the thing. I sometimes do jelly rolling and I don't remember how I got a design. So what I can tell you is that I think there's 2 layers working here. So I had the stencil and I had put Tangelo on it, all over it beforehand. So I think what I did, I took the jelly plate, I did 4 different colors. So I did
Right,
pink,
that I can see.
I did the
Yeah.
green, I did the blue, and I think there was some Tangelo as well on the edge. Yep. And then my stencil had Tangelo all over it anyway. So
Okay.
I took the paint side down and I slapped it on the
Jelly plate.
jelly plate. Yes. Put my paper over it and then peeled it.
Okay.
I think that's how I did that. I put the stencil down.
See,
I
that's why
slapped
you
it
should.
down, and then
That's
pulled
why
it
you
back.
should do it on camera, so we'll always have it.
I did on Friday. You can actually see however
You
the
did
heck.
that one?
Yeah, this one I did on Friday.
Okay, well, I'll go back and look at it
I can't
because
remember, but yeah.
I like the way that the stencil shows up on that. Because remember some of the ones that we talked through together, that it didn't turn out the way that we wanted, and he's
Like there's this one, but
right.
the stencil is. I think there was very little to no ink on the stencil. Like
See, that's what I
some
want to say.
glue.
I want to say that you put the paint down first, put the stencil on, then took the stencil off, and then put your paper on it. But I'm
Paint
just
down,
speculating.
stencil
And then
off, and then paper
right, and
down.
then
And then I made sure I secured it. Yeah, I think that's how I did it. I think.
yeah, because like the one that you have on the table now, there isn't. You see the craft color so clearly,
Yes.
which makes me believe that you'd taken the stencil off and then applied the paper.
I did.
Okay.
The
Okay.
one that was an oopsie, I didn't take the stencil off of. That
Right.
was one of the other. Actually, I can
Right.
show it to you. Aha. Um,
Because you
see.
were gonna do that
Yeah.
as the liner. Remember?
This was
I
it.
think
This
that
one.
one is.
Yeah, this one. And to be
Yeah.
honest, this one. You can actually see this was part of my grocery bag, and I did the wrong
Right.
end of it, so it's still got this little flappy doodle crease thing
Ridge.
going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got the ridge going on, which is not ideal, but you can kind of see here that there was kind of a stencil on here, but I painted over it and then I put the paper over it, so it's not as clear as say something like that. And the other thing I tried that didn't quite work out, there are some bird patterns on this one. They kind of come out
Right.
here, but as you move to the left of the
Across.
stencil,
Yeah.
you move across, you can't really see them as well.
Now
So
I'm wondering if that's because of color choice or if that's because the
uh,
birds weren't as open.
I
The
think
stencil
it's
wasn't as open.
both. The stencil
Yeah.
wasn't quite as open, and I think the color choice looked a little funky because now here you've got the blue background, and you can kind of see that there's yellow tangelo outlines of birds, but they're not that, they don't come through that well. So part of it's, I think, paint color choice. And then some of these I haven't gotten liners for these other ones, but some of these you can see there was paint on the stencil. I stuck it down and then onto the plate. I just went from there. So some of these have less paint on them. Some of them have more paint on them.
So she said Flappy Doodle. Yes, she did.
Yes, I
And
did.
she said Tangelo.
I did. Bingo.
I am having difficulty trying. See, I'm not mechanically inclined whatsoever. See, some of these came loose like this, and some of these came connected like this because they have these little thingy bobs here. So I think they're hooked onto each other, but I cannot for the life of me figure out how to unhook them.
Oh my gosh. You're like,
And of
it
course,
works, I swear.
I don't want to break them. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
And if I had to be critical, the thing I don't like about the set is that there's a lot of little pieces, and so I'm gonna have to put them in a baggie or something to keep them all
Oh
together.
my God, and then you have to sort through them to find the right letter, right?
Yep.
Wow.
And so, like I said, if I had to be critical, so there are 26 of these little things here, one for each letter of the alphabet, and so
yeah. And then they don't have it's only 26 letters. You can't they don't have like repeating E's or anything like that.
no, they don't.
Oh gosh.
So you have to be very careful in how you set this up.
Yep. So God help you if you have any repeating letters in that thing.
Well, but you can keep them in place because I
Uh-huh.
think that's what these things are for,
Oh,
right? So that
okay.
you can snap them in place. So you can punch out 3 letters, right? Then put the E in the place of the 4th letter, do the other E kind of thing, right? And just keep on stamping until you get the word that you want. Doggone it! Now I have to read the instructions.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Okay, now I'm really gonna get mad because it says punches locked together for easy storage, but
Oh
they don't tell you
no.
how to unlock them. I will have to say I'm not overly impressed with any of the We Are Memory Keepers instructions.
Yeah.
You know, because I have had to go to YouTube more often than not
I
to find out
mean,
how to use it.
the envelope maker
Right.
alone, the envelope punch board. Oh my God. That thing I wanted to start drinking when I tried
Yeah.
it for the first time. And I tried reading the instructions. I didn't know what the heck I was doing. And I'm like, is this user error? What is this? So I hear you there. And some of their other products look interesting, but like I came across in Tuesday morning a couple weeks ago, I came across a pom pom maker. I'm like, why would I need to make pom poms? Probably not so
Well,
much
Girl
for
Scout
me.
stuff, but the nice thing about pom pom makers is those are so easy to make.
You could just do it
Um,
with a piece of
a
cardboard.
cardboard, and you just
Yeah.
wrap your yarn around it thousands of times, and then you take one and you tie it in the center, right? When you still have loops,
Yep.
and then you just cut the loops.
All you
So,
basically need is cardboard, scissors, and yarn, and you could
yep.
make your very own pom pom maker. So,
But the nice thing about that is that, and I've said this same thing. Oh, there, I got it. Yay. Um, they separate. Yay.
woohoo!
Um, um, I said this as well on some of the other things is that once you know the mechanics, you don't need all the machines, because one of
Right.
the limiting things about using all these machines is that you can only make the specific sizes that will fit that particular board. Um,
And then you're stuck
or
storing the thing too,
right, that's the
which
thing. Yeah.
I think we also found that out during the pillow box incident, which,
Yes.
by the way, I still have. So, if anyone else would like to take a gander at the pillow box, DM me. I will, Russ, unless you want it back, I will happily pass it
No,
along to the
you
community.
can pass it along to anyone else that may want to play with it.
All right, if
Absolutely.
anyone wants to play with a pillow box, DM me.
So just to let you know, you just push down maybe. Of course, when I'm trying to demo it, uh, you should be able
Click
just
it
to push on these.
knows.
Yeah, and it
It
just
knows.
yeah.
It's
Oh,
like,
there
I'm
we
just
go.
going to start having a fit right now.
Yeah. So this is upside down, but if you just press down, it releases. So you can see the slot there. So this just fits into the slot. So you snap it up. So you just do it the same way.
So does the letter just fall out of the little cut mark area?
There is a little, yes. So the letters,
The little cutting flappy doodle?
yeah, I think the letters will go in here.
I see.
And you know what?
What's that?
We have 10 minutes remaining.
No way. That's
Yep,
crazy.
it is crazy.
It's like I just started making envelopes, and next thing I know, it's almost that time. Is Frank still on his journey, his cross-country journey, or is
He
he
is
back?
home.
Oh, good.
He is home.
All right.
He made it home safely.
Excellent.
And just like you said, it's going to take me 10 minutes just to find the letters that I want.
See, now this is exactly why I have issues with those those inspirational letter boards where you can, I don't know, put positive messages up on it and they give you a whole stack of letters.
Oh, yeah.
I have one and I hate it because and I think I got it from, I want to say I got it from Target or somewhere like that, and I have it up on the wall in my office and whatnot, but it takes me forever to change the wording on it because I can never find the right letters that I need. So I don't change it that often for that reason. I'm like, this is not efficient. Therefore, it's just going to stay the same. I think the only drawback to doing these with paper bags is the brown paper grocery bag tends to be kind of stiff if you're trying to create with it.
So there's the punch. So I did exactly what I told you. I punched the first three letters, right? And then I took them out and put the S again in the fourth position and then just punched it again. So that's how you can repeat letters.
I like the font though. That's kind of a
Yeah,
cool font that they used. Actually, I shouldn't say it's kind of. It's a very cool font. I like the font.
yeah. The other thing I don't like about it is that you are stuck with the spacing in between letters because that's the actual width of the little
Yeah.
thing. So there's no variation in it, but for what it is what it is. And that's the thing is you can cut that out, you can paste it onto something else, you can put it in your journal. So it is utilitarian if you work within the parameters of the actual unit.
Right. So they just kind of force you into a certain font
Right.
width and
Exactly.
okay,
Exactly.
a font
But
spacing.
yeah. And then, as you said, the little letters fall in the little reservoir here. So that's,
Ah, which
and if
you
you're,
could actually reuse those little
I was just,
reservoir
yeah,
letters.
you beat me to the punch. If you really wanted to, I'm sure you can find ways to use those. Um,
Not bad
so
for
for those,
collage,
yeah.
actually. I would use it for collage.
So
Ransom
for
notes.
those of you who haven't followed, Frank has episode 84 of the Postcardist that came out on Sunday. So go have a listen at that.
Oh,
It's
wonderful.
with an academic who inherited his father's postcard collection, and he wrote a postcard a day to his wife,
Oh,
and
wow.
it's his grandfather, the academic's grandfather.
Huh.
I forget his name. I think men's the grandfather's name was Ben, if I remember. But yeah, so that's a great listen. It's a quick listen as well.
Where does Frank
Um,
find all of these people that he
he
interviews?
works really hard to find these people. He has all these resources and being in communications. I mean, Frank has had one of the first original podcasts. So he's been
Really?
podcasting. Yeah, he's been podcasting for a long, long time.
I
So
did not realize that.
yeah,
Huh.
so he was in on the ground level of podcasting. So yeah, but he has all these great resources and he has a great following as well. So he a lot of people send him recommendations. That envelope's a little bumpy. So is that what you're talking about in terms of the
Yeah. Oh
paper?
man, you can
Yeah.
see the bumpiness of it. Yeah, see,
Well,
because
just
there's
because
a
the light hit it.
crease.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
there's a
it's all good.
crease from the grocery bag. So
Well, but here's the thing: the person that gets that will say, "Oh, that's the post office."
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
They
They'll
should
be
just
none
be.
the
We're
wiser.
all just being thankful that we're getting mail. Period. Under the current situation at the post office, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, please deliver my stuff. I need my mail. Gotta fill up that
But I
P.O.
have
box.
been. I will say I have been really amazed at the people who've been sending me handmade envelopes. Um, uh, and it's just the choice of materials and just the themes that you're using. I just appreciate the extra effort that people are using, and so I'm hoping that others are appreciating all of our efforts in the things that we're sending out as well.
I
So,
don't think I could
uh,
buy an envelope anymore in good conscience. Like, I
yeah.
now have to make them all. I'm like, no, it has to be my own individual work.
Well, see, and I think the thing is, you do what I do is I get in envelope making mode,
Yep.
and we'll
You
do
got to
envelopes
crush
for an
it.
entire day.
You got to
Yeah,
crush it. As soon as
and
you're in
just
that mode, you got to crush
yeah,
them out. Yep.
yeah, assembly line, the whole thing. So yeah.
Absolutely.
I do like that. Is it Lush? Was the
Yes. Oh my gosh. Lush Cosmetics, one of my favorite shops. Yeah, like,
is that the one that does all of the soaps and things too?
yep, they have bath
Yeah, yeah,
bombs
yeah,
and
yeah,
they're
yeah.
like this
They're huge.
big. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
massive. And
I used to split those in half and
all
just
of their
use half of one.
fragrances are amazing. I don't think I've ever had a bad fragrance, anything from
I
Lush.
used to do. I've always liked artisanal soaps, so I used to go there a lot and get their glycerin soaps and some of the other soaps that
Yeah,
are
and
good for your skin.
there's like an 8 pound bar, and you're
Right,
like, I'd like 3 ounces of the honey
right,
I wash the kids, which like
right.
looks like
Exactly.
honeycomb, and they like
Yeah.
slice it off for you,
I
or
That's a great one too because
Rockstar.
that actually has honey in it, so it's good for your skin.
And
Yeah.
yeah, and I like the Rockstar one. It's awesome. The fragrance
I
is
like the
amazing.
exfoliating ones. They have some with like an oatmeal exfoliating. Peace
Yep.
Lettering has joined. Welcome.
Hello. So
We're
yeah.
almost done. Unfortunately, we start at 10 o'clock
Wow.
on
Yeah.
Monday through Friday. So
We're here
we're
for
gonna
the
be
whole hour, though. We
yeah.
are. So if you join
So
earlier, you get to see
s-
all of our
yeah.
shenanigans.
So but and we also have the replay option on YouTube. So anything that you
Yes.
miss, you can always go back.
And
Usually
IGTV
within
now.
two.
I'm putting them up there too.
Oh, good, 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 good.
Now that I've updated the app, it has all these
Yeah.
additional capabilities that I never knew I had. I'm like, look at all the filters. Now I can have IGTV
Right.
videos up. So
Are you stripping for us? What's going on there?
I'm warm. It's very warm in
Okay.
my house. I was
It's
outside in the
warm.
sun, so like I got
It's
sunburned a little bit.
yeah.
So I'm like super warm.
Yeah, today was just disgustingly
I
warm and
haven't left the
humid and
house since
okay.
yesterday.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
I that was my Saturday and Sunday. I did not leave. I just did not want to wear a mask. So I didn't go
Yeah.
anywhere that I had to wear a mask. And so I was just like,
You're
when
like,
you wear a
nope.
mask 12 to 14 hours a day, there are times where you just don't want to wear a mask. And so
Are you allowed to like pull it down under your nose
nope.
if you're not around
Yeah.
people?
No, no, no. Well, I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm on the train by 5 o'clock. And so that's when I first start my mask wearing, and I work until either 5 or 6
Yeah, that's a
at the
long
theater.
day.
And we have to use the masks that are provided us, and they have to cover our mouth and our nose at all time
Oh my
while
God.
we're in the sanctioned area. And then I get back on the train, and then I will usually help my little old ladies for anywhere between an hour to 2 hours. So by the time I'm back in my apartment, it's 7, 8 o'clock. And so I've been wearing a mask for 12, 13 hours.
That's a
So
long day.
yeah,
That's a long day.
yeah.
Does yours
So
have the vents in it or
it
is it
does
just
not.
cloth?
It's just, well, the one, now I will say, I only wear the ones that are required at the theater. I wear
Yeah.
my own mask while I'm on the subway. And then as soon as I leave the theater, because it's a lot more comfortable and it's a cloth.
Yep.
So it's a lot easier on the ears, a lot easier on the face. So I prefer those. But yeah,
Got it. Because I like the N95 ones, that's what I have. But
right,
like the Velcro hurts the back of my neck, and like I'll be walking around outside and I'm like,
right.
eh.
Yeah, I bought on Amazon these what are called ear savers, and it's just a piece of
Yeah.
plastic that has little uh, dents on it that you can put the actual strings on, so they're not looped behind your ears, and so it stretches them, stretches the strings, so it's still tight to your face, but you're saving your ears because when you wear it as long as I do, it just I was wearing little grooves in the back of my ears because the
Oh my God.
yeah
No.
yeah.
No.
So well,
Wow.
we have a minute left, so we want
We
to thank you for
too.
joining us.
Yeah,
You have
guys.
choices and where you spend your time with whom. So we thank you, and good night to all you princes and princesses of crafts, all you kings and queens of what is good in the world. Have a great
Woohoo!
night.
And all y'all envelope makers, because look, we made
Absolutely.
envelopes. Thanks, Pam, for the liner. And yeah, more crafts tomorrow night,
Okay.
guys. Have a good evening.
See you then. Bye bye.
Bye.